While we were looking for potential churn, we actually found growth signals. And we continually update the data so that we have a fresh look at our business.
All right, well, welcome back to Sound Bites. I'm Bill Binch with Battery Ventures, and we're going to do something a little bit different for today's session. Normally, if you've paid attention and tuned into Sound Bites in the past, you'll know that I get leaders on and we spend 30, 40 minutes talking about all things go to market. Well, today we're going to be a little more focused than that. We are going to dive into agentic AI use cases and how they're being deployed inside of our guest's company. And we're going to do that in less than 10 minutes or so. So, with that, I'd love to welcome our guest, Kevin Knieriem from Clari. Kevin, thanks for joining the show.
Bill, thanks for having me. Great to be on with you.
Awesome. Well, as you know from the setup, Kevin, the goal today is for you to take center stage and share a challenge that you identified inside of Clari. Maybe offer up whatever tool set or combination of workflows, agentic builds that you did to solve it. And if you have it, and I know not everybody does, but if you have it, any type of impact that you could measure from what you did.
Yeah, for sure, Bill. Look, most of you probably think I would pitch something Clari, right? And there's a lot of great AI things that we're bringing to revenue teams. But I'm actually going to talk about one of the most important and probably one of the most critical things that any SaaS leader has had to deal with, which is, how do you continue to retain and grow customers? So think of it as churn, contraction, whatever. What we really wanted to do, Bill, was get ahead of it. How do we start to think about what are the leading indicators that might predict if a customer is going to reduce usage or completely walk away from you? And so, traditionally we use things like health scores. We pulled information out of our, customer success systems. We looked at relationships, and we just always have a lot of false positives, right, on the things we were seeing. And so what we really wanted to do was arm our teams with relevant data that was looking way out into the future. And so, think about the way we all handle it today, right? We focus on strong relationships. How strong are our relationships with our customers? Can we see, are they going into our systems every day, every week? And just the basics, right? And so we would typically pull those things together, and it wasn't dynamic. It wasn't leading. It was just a moment in time. And so we said, let's really get out, focus on, not just one quarter, not just 2 quarters, 4 quarters, 8 quarters ahead. And let's see if we can understand the reasons customers might reduce use cases and or might leave us. And so we partnered with a company's called QuadSci. And basically what they did is they ingested 6 billion plus telemetry signals. So think about it. We have all these post-sale systems, things that look at how our customers use our product, who's in it, what are they doing within it. We have all of our customer success systems and all of our account health scores. We have all of our contracts, all the terms on the contracts, all of the individual line items of things that they own, all the things that our reps, et cetera, are bringing together. And they pulled that all into a data science model they custom built for us. And that data science model was able to actually look for leading indicators on, hey, we see usage of this particular use case dropping. We see this cohort of users not using the product as much. And so that signal was actually crucial. And so what we did is we brought that into our own Clari instance. So I think if you guys know us well, or if you're a user, right, we don't just do opportunity based, but we focus on renewals. We focused on account management, et cetera. And so we now brought that QuadSci signal right into Clari, along with all the other data that we harvest to help our teams kind of know where to focus. And Bill, the outcomes were pretty awesome. So first thing we got is it was 94% accurate in predicting 12-month ahead churn. The plus on this was it was also 90% accurate in predicting growth. So while we were looking for, potential churn, we actually found growth signals. And that was just as important because now we could come up with different plays to attack. Hey, we're seeing usage on this particular group or these use cases accelerate? Let's go find out. And so the next kind of things we started to see was in 80% of contractions, we could now pinpoint 6 months out. And it surfaced counterintuitive risk signals, too few support cases. So it even ingested those support cases from our support systems and took a look at those. And really, what did it do? It gave us time to act, time to get ahead of things. And we were able to incorporate this into our 13-week cadence, and what our teams, both account managers and customer success and service teams, could now use this information to go target. And we continually update the data so that we have a fresh look at our business.
That's great. And what a side artifact. You're sitting there focused on how do we prevent churn, how do we prevent downsell, but obviously a lot of the signals that's ingesting and analyzing to figure that out is probably also, as you called out, working really well to give you the opposite side of that, which is where is something good. So pretty interesting that your use case started in one place and then you had some artifacts or some scrap material, if you will, that came out and actually helped show you your predictive for growth side.
Yeah, and a couple other artifacts too. It actually gave us really good information that we could give to our product team on, hey, this workflow works really well. This workflow isn't so great, and let's go, double down on the ones that work well, or let's tweak the ones that have it. And so, it's been a great partnership for us, and one that we're going to continue.
What's really unique, Kevin, what I'd say that you're talking about here is your precision of being able to have some measurement. That's one of the areas that I've been on the road the last couple of weeks doing a bunch of CRO dinner series. Obviously, you came to the Battery Kickoff a month
Yep.
ago or so, and there's a lot of experimentation. There's a lot of the B word, the building of workflows, of integrations, of agentic models that are happening inside. But I think we're still in that stage right now where it's a little bit foggy on being able to measure. So one thing that I'm really enthused about is that you're at that stage where you can actually have some measurement of impact.
Exactly. And, it's just, you think about all the information that we now can collect. This is another really important piece of it that completes the continuous customer journey, right? That we can now pull in and operationalize.
This is great, Kevin. First of all, thanks for sharing. Number two,
Always.
I love the use case of looking at trying to be more predictive. I love the mashup of a couple of technologies to come together to be able to help you do that. So thanks for joining the show and thanks for sharing. It's
Absolutely.
great to be with you again.
Always, Bill. Thanks for the opportunity.